Do you want to accelerate revenue growth for your company? If so, this episode is for you because I am going to break down a simple revenue acceleration system that anyone can use. Hi, I am Tim Fitzpatrick with Rialto Marketing, where we believe marketing shouldn't be difficult, but you need to remove your revenue roadblocks if you want to grow your company consistently and predictably. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. I am super excited to dig into this with you today. Revenue acceleration is all about removing your revenue roadblocks. If you can't remove the things that are in your way, you're never going to be able to get faster results and accelerate revenue growth. What I'm going to break down for you today is a system we call the Rialto Revenue Acceleration System. And it's pretty simple, okay? But a lot of people overlook some of these critical elements. And I'm going to break each one of them down. There are three main elements that you've got to focus on and need to be in alignment if you want to accelerate revenue growth. One is your marketing strategy. Two is your planning. What is your marketing plan? And the third one is leadership. Who is taking ownership and running your marketing? Got to have all three of these in place. So let's dig into each one of these. For those of you that are watching this, I'm going to share my screen here. I'm going to share an image with you. For those that are listening through the podcast, you can absolutely go to the homepage of our website and see this image there. So if you want to go to rialtomarketing.com, you can check that out. Again, it's called the Rialto Revenue Acceleration System. And there are sub-elements for each of the main three categories that we've got to dig into. First, with strategy. Strategy has got to be in place before tactics. One of my mentors, John Jantsch over at Duct Tape Marketing, always talks about strategy before tactics. If you jump into the marketing tactics before having strategy in place, you have marketing vehicles that do not have fuel. Not going to work very long, are they? Strategy is the fuel that you put into the marketing vehicles that you're going to use. It is absolutely essential. And that's why it is the first thing that we look at. Within strategy, the first thing we need to dig into is your target market. Who are your ideal clients within the target market that you serve, right? We've got to understand who those people are. We have to have a very clear picture of who they are, what they look like, what are the problems that they have that you can solve, what are the results they're looking for that you can help them get. You want to understand those people better than they understand themselves, right? You want to be able to enter the conversation they are having in their head as it relates to what you do. Really important. Everything from a marketing standpoint starts with your target market. From there, then we can move into the messaging segment of strategy. With messaging, we need to create a clear, engaging message that is in our ideal client's words. If we can create a message that is in their own words, that is going to naturally resonate with them, attract them, gain their interest. Super, super important. Once we know who our ideal clients are, we have a message that is going to grab their attention and their interest, and it's going to be clear. Then we need to start thinking about our services and our offers. What are we going to offer to our ideal clients that's going to help them solve the problem they have and get to where they want to go? We've got to have clear, compelling offers as well. So those are the three main elements of strategy. Now, strategy is out of whack. It's not in alignment. What kinds of things can happen? Well, here are some signs that you may have alignment issues with strategy. One, you're working with people that are not ideal clients. You don't like working with them. They're not profitable. You're not getting good results for them. Those can all be signs of non-ideal clients. Your messaging may fail to attract, right, or differentiate your business from your competitors, right? You're doing marketing, but it's not working very well. Could be a messaging issue. Could also be a target market issue, right? Your services and offers aren't compelling, right? Maybe you're getting people on calls, but then you're talking about what you can do to help them, and it's falling flat. All of these things can lead to poor lead gen, poor conversions, little to zero results with your marketing efforts. These are all signs of potential alignment issues with strategy. Now let's dig in to the planning side of it. Once you've got your strategy in place, you've got to create a plan of how you're actually going to get that message in front of those people. And like strategy, there are 3 critical elements to marketing planning that we need to dig into. First one is lead generation. What activities, what tactics are you going to use to generate leads on a consistent basis? Once you are generating leads, moves into the second element of planning, which is lead conversion. What are you doing to consistently convert the leads that you are generating to clients? And how are you maximizing your conversion rate, getting the best conversion rate possible on the leads that you're generating? You've got to have a process. You have to have a path that you're going to lead people down. Really, really important. Once we're converting those leads to clients, then we need to start thinking about what are we doing to retain those clients, and what are we doing to get the most and the best referrals from our existing customer base. Really important. A lot of people think of marketing as, oh, marketing is just all about generating leads. Well, that's one part of it. But if you miss lead conversion, retention, referrals, you're missing some really key elements in the customer journey. And you are not going to maximize your return on investment from your marketing if you're only thinking about marketing as lead gen. It is not just lead gen. It is a whole lot of other elements. So we've got to make sure we're not missing any of those as well. Okay, so planning, lead gen, lead conversion, and retention and referrals. We have to have all of those things in place. Now, if planning is out of alignment, what types of issues are going to pop up there? Lack of qualified leads, poor conversions. You may be experiencing high customer turnover, right? You're not retaining as many of your clients as you should. And poor referrals. Maybe you're not getting a lot of referrals. Maybe you're getting referrals, but they're not a good fit for you. Okay, those are all signs that you may have alignment issues with the planning element of the Rialto Revenue Acceleration System. We've got strategy in place. We have planning in place. Then we need to look at leadership. Who is running and taking ownership of your marketing and doing it consistently to drive results? If you do not have that person in place, your marketing is going to suffer as a result, and you are not going to get to where you want to go faster. What are the sub-elements of leadership that we need to look at and keep an eye on? First thing is metrics. What metrics are we going to track? With marketing, there's so many vanity metrics that don't mean a thing. It's so easy to track the wrong metrics. We need to identify the metrics that are going to help identify whether the actions we are taking that are in our plan are actually working or not. Are we starting to gain traction? Are we not? The metrics are what help guide the decisions that we make and help ensure that the decisions that we make are good ones. If we don't know the right metrics, if we're not tracking the right metrics, or we're not tracking metrics at all, we're not going to know what's working. So you've got to have somebody that's going to outline what metrics you're going to track, and somebody that's going to keep track of those metrics and stay on top of them. Then we've got to look at implementation and execution. Who is taking leadership of and running your plan to make sure that it's getting implemented and executed properly? So many great marketing ideas go to die because there's a great plan, but there's nobody there to implement and execute. If we're going to get results, somebody has to be taking ownership of your plan and making sure that you're taking action. If you don't take action, nothing's ever going to happen. That's what's happening in the implementation and execution phase of leadership. And then the last thing we need to look at is optimization. You can't just go out there, take action, and not look at the results and what's happening and make tweaks and course corrections. The little tweaks and course corrections that you make to your plan as you implement and you execute it are going to make a huge difference in your results. And so we've got to be constantly optimizing your plan. Somebody needs to do that, whether it's you as the business owner or somebody else. A lot of times I find business owners are spinning 4 or 5 different plates. Marketing is one of them. And it's not, they don't have time for it. They don't have the skill set for it or the desire to do it. And if you're in that boat, you've got to find somebody that you can hire who can take that leadership role and get those things in place for you. Because if you've got the strategy and the planning in place, but nobody driving the leadership side of your marketing, it's going to impact your results. So all 3 of these things need to be in alignment: strategy, planning, and leadership from a marketing standpoint. Otherwise, you are never going to be able to remove your roadblocks. All of these elements that I've touched on today are potential revenue roadblocks. You got to eliminate them, and that will accelerate your revenue growth. So I hope you found this walkthrough helpful. If you want to accelerate revenue growth and attract more ideal clients, reach out to us. I would be happy to chat with you. If you go to our website at rialtomarketing.com, RIALTO marketing.com, I click on the book a free GPS call. In a GPS call, we're going to review your goals, plans, and strategies and help guide you in the direction that you should be focusing on to get where you want to go faster. I would be happy to chat with you. The other free resource I've got for you from a planning standpoint, you can find that over at growthmarketingplan.com. At growthmarketingplan.com, we actually have the 90-day marketing plan template that we use for our business and our clients. There's video instructions there. The template is there. Sample plans are there. All the tools you need to start working on your marketing plan today so that you can start getting results faster are there. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. I appreciate you. And till next time, take care.